Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So today, as you can see, we are going to start this analysis by looking at the price action of Bitcoin here in a weekly time frame, because right now here in a weekly time frame, many are talking about the dead cat bounce scenario playing out for Bitcoin. So the question remains, is it going to be a dead cat bounce and price starts heading here to the downside, or is this just a bear trap before price again starts jumping here to the upper direction? These are some of the scenarios we are going to talk in today's video, so please watch this video till the end. And I would also really appreciate if you could just take 2 seconds of your time and smash the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So now, starting this year in a weekly time frame, we are aware right now we are finding some very hard time to break out of this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement line. Since we are getting a clear rejection from this 0.5 Fibonacci line, is this a possible sign of a trend reversal? Because this is how an actual dead cat bounce scenario looks like. After this price retracement, after reaching the 0.2 area, we see some price retracement, a retracement around 0.5 Fibonacci line, and that is where this dead cat bounce scenario happens. And after getting rejection from the 0.5 or the 0.618, because market is a bit volatile in our case, could lead to this dead cat bounce, and this 0.4 is going to be lower than the 0.2 area. And in our case right now, we are also getting rejection from this 0.5 Fibonacci line. So the question here is, now, is this actually going to play out as a dead cat bounce scenario? Is there any other scenario also could be in favor of this dead cat bounce? Yes, there is one scenario, guys, and I'm actually going to show you right now, because if you look at this price retracement here, right, this bigger price retracement, we found a strong support at this 50 weekly moving average. We also saw some relief rally playing out. But now, if you just go back here from 2019, you can see bigger pullback, price managed to somehow find support, and also saw this relief rally type of scenario. This relief rally didn't last it longer. We had this pullback around the 200 weekly moving average. If you go backwards from 2017, right, bigger pullback, we found a support at this 50 weekly moving average and relief rally, and this relief rally didn't last it longer. And after that, we can see we had this correction, and this price correction brought us all the way towards the 200 weekly moving average, right? And if you go back here from 2013, guys, you can see bigger pullback, right, relief rally, and this relief rally also didn't last it longer. And after that, price started this downtrend, which brought us all the way towards the 200 weekly moving average. So that's why if we are going to follow this pretty similar scenario, just like here from the past Bitcoin price action, then this is also a sign of danger, right? This is definitely a sign of danger, getting rejection around this 0.5 area. But is there any scenario that could still be in favor of bull to invalidate all this bearish scenario? What could be playing out for Bitcoin? Because if this is going to continue here to the downside, what we want the price of Bitcoin to do at any cost is find a support above this 42,000 price range. If we do manage to remain above this 42,000, then there might be some strong support lying around that area, and price again trying to break here to the upside. The reason why the price must stay above this 42,000 range is because you can see here. So you can see here, guys, yesterday I showed you many different scenarios, right, that was playing out for Bitcoin, and also showing us that we could be potentially seeing this price movement at least towards this lower line area of this ascending channel, because this ascending channel lower line is definitely a very strong line of support, right, which also previously acted as a resistance, you can see here. So we said if we do see any sort of a pullback, we are expecting some strong bounce of this ascending channel, because in the past Bitcoin price action, you can see after finding support at this ascending channel, we had some really nice price movement. Right now, if this is going to also see any sort of a pullback, the price movement around this area is also flashing this one scenario, which actually looks like an falling wedge, right? And if this is going to play out as a falling wedge right now, then we are also expecting a price movement at least towards this central or the middle line of this ascending channel, because this middle line has acted as a resistance, support, right, support. You can see this line is a very important line, this central line. So that's why I'm actually expecting, if we do see any sort of a price pullback here, we could see some strong support between this 43,700 to 44,000 price range, and I am actually expecting some sort of a relief rally to play out at least around this central line of this ascending channel. So that's why, guys, before we even test this 42,000 range here to the downside around this 0.38 to Fibonacci line, we do have some strong line of support above that, right? And not just only because of this one scenario, if we come back to this broadening bottom scenario, which we have also talked plenty of time in my video, guys, right now, if you look at this price movement here and look at this broadening bottom example, right, this here is the possible retest. We actually thought the smaller price pullback what we saw was the retest, but now this actually looks like an real retest around this upper line area of this broadening bottom, which previously acted as a resistance, and we could see some really nice bounce of this if this is going to play out as a broadening bottom. So that's why before we even come towards this 0.382, right around this 42,000, we have some strong line of support from this ascending channel, and price is also forming this falling wedge, and also a strong line of support from the upper line area of this broadening bottom. The line which previously acted as a resistance could be the line that is going to act as a support for Bitcoin, just like here as shown in the example. Because if this is going to be a retest, right, an actual retest, then after this retest around this price range of 42 to 43,000, we could be preparing for another movement here to the upside. So that's why, guys, as long as the price of Bitcoin remains above this 42,000 range, because we can see there are strong line of support lying around that area, we are not going to call this an actual trend reversal and also a dead cat bounce scenario for Bitcoin. And not just only the support from this lower line area of this ascending channel, right, and also the upper line area of this broadening bottom, but we are also aware that around this price area of 42 43,000, we do have some strong line of support from this moving averages, the 20 exponential moving average, right? So unless we are not going to see this bearish crossover happening, the red line at the top, the green line at the bottom, this is still a bullish crossover what we are witnessing. So any sort of a pullback, this moving averages is definitely going to act as a strong line of support, and not just only the moving average but also the Williams alligator indicator, because every time when we have this bullish scenario playing out here, just like in the past Bitcoin price action, smaller pullback has always been there and also has found a proper support at this Williams alligator indicator and continued here to the upper direction. So that's why as long as we are not going to see the crossover here in Williams alligator indicator, also the moving averages, right, and price breaking below this broadening bottom, lower line area of the ascending channel, we should be still absolutely fine, guys, even if we are going to see some retracement around this 42 to 43,000 price range. So these are some of the scenarios I thought sharing with you in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.